Watch us on TV on our sponsor, Mohawk Valley Living TV show and magazine. Check your local listings. Like our Facebook page and stay up to date with a new video every Tuesday. To watch the full interview, subscribe to our YouTube page, www.youtube.com/onthecouchwgc. Welcome to the special Halloween edition of On the Couch with Gavin. On this episode, we have the Ghost Seekers of CNY. How's it going, everyone?
Pretty good.
Doing well.
Excellent. Pretty cool.
How did you guys get started with the whole ghost seeking?
Well, she started it.
Me. You can blame me. It's hard to find people, that have a passion for this and have experienced something paranormal. Since I was a little girl, I've been able to see ghosts. Not all the time, sometimes. So about 20 years ago, just talking to some people and, seeing it on TV and reading everything I could get my hands on, got together with a bunch of people and all with the same idea, just said, let's do this. Let's go out and see what more we can find. And of course, my team has changed through the years. This is the team now. We have a few more who aren't here.
So you guys have seen Ghostbusters, I bet. Has it affected how people in society see you guys at all? Like, has it helped you guys out? Do people call you guys out more?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Call.
I
you guys.
I get that all the time at work. They make little jokes about Ghostbusters. But we make it clear that we're ghost seekers. We don't go in to get rid of them. We help a client understand their experiences, and we show them what we may find in the meantime.
Things are a lot more open-minded. I mean, we just did a big, successful, fun event for Catholic Charities. We were at the Herkimer Jail, courthouse, libraries, Stanley Theater, venues you'd never get. Churches. I mean, people are very open-minded, and like I like to say, our minds function like a parachute. It's better when it's open. So it adds to our availability of getting in places, and the equipment we use. Not to say our personal sense of what we do is very important, but the equipment now, you can see and hear literally what you couldn't see and hear 20, 30 years ago. And we follow mainstream science a lot of times on what's going on, and the research that doctors and professional scientists have done on the near-death experience itself is showing more and more that the afterlife is something to look forward to. So we keep trying to break on through safely as often as possible. And boy, it couldn't be more exciting these days.
You guys, I'm sure you guys have tons of awesome equipment that you guys use. You said it takes up many carloads that you guys go to.
You could fill a couple of automobiles with it. Yeah, sure.
So what kind of awesome gear do you guys have?
We have some of the best state-of-the-art 360-degree audio recorders. The night vision cameras are pretty state-of-the-art. Our handhelds do very well. The MEL meter, as Len was saying, temperature and EMF, electromagnetic field interference, which is an indication possibly of spirit energy. We seek out the best and most recent, and we're always educating ourselves, but even some of the real simple things, even analog, occasionally somebody will use an analog camera or baby powder to see if something moves, the backing off the flashlight. So the old school comes into play often as well.
But I would say that nothing replaces our personal experiences in your ears, your eyes, your heart, the things we experience. You will feel an entity walk through you, come up against you. Are you proud of that?
And we've all felt an energy. And sometimes, no matter how much you want to believe that it's a piece of evidence, we debunk a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Scientifically, we go into a place and are looking to be the devil's advocate. We don't walk in there and, we hear and see everything. It's, that could be headlights from outside, or that could be the bar down the road that's still open.
Literally the
and so
devil's
on.
advocate.
There you go.
that is.
And we get much more evidence than any of these ghost teams you see on television. And I think a lot of it is because we're an organic team. We believe in karma and harmony.
Exactly.
And even Bernadette can mention too that we actually put some faith into our investigations.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and we don't drag a production crew into an
Yeah.
investigation.
No.
So,
It's
Cool.
yeah.
Would you say it scares them away, the production crew?
Well, you know what? I always tell people if I were a ghost and a TV show came in to where I am and dragged all these people in and everything, I know what they're up to. I wouldn't come out to play.
Right. True.
Well, the thing is, if you're in a TV show, every week you've got to come up with something. And we tell anyone and everyone that we use as clients, we can't be sure of what we're going to get.
Right.
We really don't have much control. It depends on if they want to communicate with us. And, because we believe that when they pass on, people, mortal human beings, they retain their intelligence, their emotions. So it's just like telling your son or daughter to pick that up and they look at you and just keep going. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So we can't make them do anything.
To say those shows, hey, they have their purpose, they're interesting and fun to watch.
Right.
But let's just say for our presentations and our reveals that we have, we got a lot of good stuff, usually on the typical paranormal investigation.
Yeah, we tend to form a circle prayer before an investigation, and we end a prayer in a circle prayer. Praying for good spirits, good interactions, and at the end, don't come home with us. Stay behind. We're not demonologists.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
get
another story.
right. If someone comes to us with a dark haunting or an evil haunting or possible demons, we do not do that.
Beardsley Castle, a few years back, we had forgot our closing prayer. It was in the wee hours of the morning, and I'm cruising down the thruway thinking about it, going back to Syracuse. I got home and I'm a little wound up, so I went upstairs. The TV, my large screen theater system, turns on by itself. Now, I was so tired, I went down and it had gone off. But later the next day, I visited my folks, came home. I was upstairs again, hadn't even dealt with the TV. It comes on again, going on and off. Now it's starting to hit. Our prayer, we forgot. This is some unwanted spirit. I went downstairs and I was a little dumbfounded that this would happen. And I thought, wait a minute, just the remote. Come on, I'm going to go turn on. I looked behind the TV. I had been vacuuming a few days earlier. I had unplugged the TV. And I've a background in electronics and electrical engineering. This don't happen. No way. So at that point, I took charge. You are not wanted here. You're messing with my electronics. That's messing with me.
Right.
So just telling it to go was enough to put it in its place. And it did go. But boy, oh boy, what an impact that had. That was very paranormal. And it was invading my space. So you just, put your foot down just like you would an unwanted person in your space, environment, home, and goodbye. And it left, and I'm one to remind everybody, let's say that closing prayer.
Have you guys played any tricks on each other where the audio recording is going and you just kind of whisper like something
That's
crazy?
a big no. No. We're very
We do
strict
it, but
about
we're not
that.
supposed to do it.
Right.
Dennis is usually one of the jokesters in the group. You'll find him laying in a coffin or something.
Really just jump out and scare you.
Those type of
Well, remember they had a prop coffin in the catacombs, the basement of the Stanley.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
posed in it.
Yeah.
And he's the
That was
one
fun.
who will he'll go off where he shouldn't go.
Infiltration.
It doesn't
We
matter.
always
He's
do
an
that.
infiltrator,
Well, we've all done that.
Once in a while.
but he likes that.
Well, put it this way: a good sense of humor is that goes without saying. A group like this, we're so tight. We're all good friends on board the group or offline, and we got each other's back, which is important. But the sense of humor always helps bond us even tighter. So plenty of times we go over and over stuff, and it might be the day or two before that. Wow, geez, Dennis found this awesome EVP, and it had been there, but it's just
slipped
so
by.
much information to go over the
Right.
digital stuff, and we come up with some very interesting things.
And we've gone over old evidence too and found new
Yeah,
stuff. I mean, you can easily miss stuff,
And how about-
especially audio.
And we also have audience participation, like the Erie Canal Village.
Oh, yeah.
Where we were showing off some EVP stuff, and somebody in the audience said, "Geez, that's a German dialect."
Yeah, Old German
going on."
or Pennsylvania Dutch. They identified the dialect for us.
Wow.
So we got to even get the audience in the act.
Why not?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's interesting because of the area of the country that we live in is the age of a lot of the structures and the amount of time that people have lived here, including the Iroquois Indians. So that is conducive to much more paranormal activity. Now, I got a question for you, Gavin.
Yeah, what's up?
You don't own a Ouija board, do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
We do
They're all
not
evil?
recommend
Yeah.
anybody
Okay.
use a Ouija board. It is not a toy.
Do not try this at home. No, no,
You're,
no.
you're opening a gate to another realm. You do not
Exactly.
know what you're inviting
And they
in.
don't necessarily close it too. They just kind of
Yeah.
stop
You have
the
to
game
know.
and the
Yeah,
gate's
right.
open.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they sell that as a toy, as a
Right,
board
right.
game.
Yeah.
Because there is a right and wrong way to use it.
Okay.
But most people don't know. And
They don't have time
of,
for instructions. There's
yeah. And a lot of kids want to play with it, right?
Yeah.
So Monopoly, yes.
Yeah.
Ouija, no.
Right.
Stick with Scrabble,
Yeah.
Monopoly, something
The
simple.
safe
card
games.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all the viewers out there that might think that they have ghost problems, is it as simple as just saying ghosts like be gone now, or does it have to be one of you guys that say it? Are there tactics and things that you could do to get rid of the ghosts yourselves, or
Well,
have you hired professionals?
generally, we will tell. We don't usually do private residences. We've just ran into a lot of trouble. But if it's someone we know or if it's something special, we will do that. And we try to tell them first to just very calmly tell them, you're not wanted here. You need to move on.
Right.
You know, you're upsetting my family. And a lot of times that works. But again, like I told you earlier, you can't make spirits, ghosts do anything. It's up
Right.
to them. So we have told them that they don't belong anymore and they need to move on, and maybe they need to look for someone they knew, look
Right.
to the light. But we can't be sure if they move on or not.
So people can do it themselves. If
Yeah,
they're-
they can do that
Exactly.
themselves.
There's plenty
Yes.
of do-it-yourself type stuff
Like-
without getting too involved in any negative, extreme stuff. But Googling online how
Like
to get rid of a
sage
ghost.
and all that.
Some sage,
Yeah,
some
and
salt.
they use that.
Some,
Okay.
we're all Christians. A good cross, maybe a super soaker filled with holy water, stuff like that. That'll
Going
take care of
wild.
it.
Yeah, that'll
It
work. And Dennis, he contacted me about wanting to write a book, didn't you?
Right, because I'm a published author of local history, and I saw a presentation by the group, and I wanted to follow them along, and that's what became Haunted Utica, our first book. And then after that, they asked me to become a member, and then we wrote Haunted Mohawk Valley,
Right.
and then
That was the
Haunted-
first book.
Then Haunted Old Forge is our most recent book.
Nice. And in here is all the stuff of like all the stories that you guys.
Right. Those
have.
are different than
The
your typical
investigations.
ghost book. Those are actual haunted locations in our area, the investigations that we conducted, and the evidence that we obtained in those investigations. So a little bit different than a typical book that you're going to read.
It's not a compilation of ghost stories or reports.
Okay.
It comes directly from our investigations.
And again, only some.
Right.
I mean, we have tons of them.
So what kind of events do you guys have coming up?
Oh, we got our Barnes and Noble,
We have a book
yeah.
signing, yeah.
but it's going to be more than just a book signing. The
Right.
way we're going to do it is each one of us will talk about a paranormal event that happened with ourselves, our favorite moment in Haunted Old Forge, and then a lot of times people that come to these, they tell us about their haunted experience, and then we have a back and forth interaction and discussion. It's a lot of fun, and that's what we're going to do at Barnes and Noble on November 19th,
Can we
from
do
5
a-
to
5
7.
to 7 in New Hartford.
So how do people out there find you guys? Are you guys online?
Yes, I do Facebook, and Bernadette will be getting in the action shortly too. Ghost Seekers of Central New York, Facebook. You do the search, you'll find us there.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, the events, one thing leads to another, and we pass out our cards. Word of mouth has been really good for us, and it's just been quite an extraordinary experience. We got some great friends out of the deal.
Well, thank you guys for being on the couch.
Oh,
Hey.
no,
Well, thank you for having us here.
Thanks for sharing all the stories.
Great spirited discussion.
Right. That's good. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you share it with all your friends. Like the Facebook page, stay up to date with a new video we're coming out with every single week. And have a good night, guys. Party on.
Take care.
Night.
Yep. Night.
Good spirits to you.